Monster Hunter Wilds leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to learning how exactly you are meant to survive in, well, the wilds, and hides certain neat tricks in its menus. Don't worry though, because I have dug through the carcasses of monsters and players alike, bring you these tips for Monster Hunter Wilds. And just a heads up, this character of mine is wearing the pre-order bonus layered armour, so you don't get any spoilers for later game armour. Anyway, these are 28 things Monster Hunter Wilds doesn't tell you. Sometimes your health and stamina will remain resolutely partially empty, and there's a good reason why they refuse to fill up completely. You need to eat. Visit any camp or use your grill to cook any of the foodstuffs you're carrying around. Combine rations and other ingredients to make a complete meal that comes with its own buffs, or just grill raw meat to restore your health and stamina to max. Hold L1 to see how long your current meal will give beneficial effects for, and it pauses its beneficial effects when you're in camp. Good news for the anxiety-ridden among us, as that means you don't have to rush through your food prep. When you're grilling that meat, it's important to get good at the minigame so you can cook a well-done steak which, when eaten, will give you the best available effects. Press confirm the moment the song ends, when the puff of smoke comes out the fire and the steak changes colour. Follow it up by pressing the same button to the beat, which will make you chop evenly and get the most steak possible. Don't worry if you don't have any rations, as there should be some amongst the supplies on your Seikret, which you can access by using the left side of the D-pad. Always, always, always check your large monster field guide. It has an abundance of knowledge within: enemy weak points, breakable areas, how enemies telegraph attacks, the materials each monster drops and their rarity, and which elements, status effects, and items are most effective against each monster. The large monster field guide also alerts you to the body parts you'll need to make sure not to damage to get specific materials, meaning you'll need to break, remove, or otherwise carve those bits of their bodies to harvest specific materials. Speaking of carving, to cut off a tail you'll need a bladed weapon, so make sure you bring something suitable. Forget to consult the guide and you'll be looking at a nigh-on useless corpse as you stew in regret. You have to defeat the monster in question at least once before the guide will update as well, so just bear that in mind. All 14 weapon types and a variety of armour are in your box from the very start of Monster Hunter Wilds. All of the armour has the same defense stats, so you can just choose what you like based on the style, or, if you want to be more practical, armour skills. If you're a hoarder like me, then rejoice, as there's even an armour set to maximise your gathering potential if you want to collect materials. On your armour, the squares under each skill are the level of skill that particular piece contains. Go to the skill info panel and there you'll see the details of what each level of that skill does. The group skills are special skills which only activate with a specific amount of equipment pieces from one particular monster equipped. So, for example, this 3 here means I need 3 Vespoid pieces for that skill to work. Listen to your palico. When they tell you the monster you're fighting looks weak, or when you see a skull symbol pulsing beside them on the minimap, the monster is almost ready to be captured. Large monsters require a trap to be caught, followed by being hit with trank bombs, trank ammo, or trank throwing knives, so hold off until your palico gives the go-ahead before throwing everything remotely tranquilizing their way. Weapon tutorials and tips can be found in 2 places in Monster Hunter Wilds. The first is under Weapon Controls, where you can see controls, weapon properties, and recommended combos. Go to the play guide to find the tutorial list and the tip list, which offer unique additional information for each weapon. Don't forget to unlock the ability to fast travel to the training area later, simply by stepping inside of it. Slamming a monster with a fully charged attack never fails to make the happy chemicals in my brain kick in. However, Charging up some weapons can take a while, but there is a sneaky way to shortcut this charge. Tackling in between charge phases when you're using the greatsword lets you start charging a more powerful swing without letting the other ones go, so you can fast track to the true charged slash. Don't waste time between quests manually switching gear back and forth one by one. Go to the Transfer Items menu and press in on the left stick to bring up the Manage Loadouts menu. Changing between loadouts will automatically store everything not included in the loadout and restock everything that is. Some simple loadouts are already there, and it's worth adding Null Breeze to loadout 3, just saying. Loadouts can also be applied to your equipment by pressing the left stick when under Change Equipment. You'll use this more later on in Monster Hunter Wilds when you've unlocked a wider variety of armour, weapons and skills. Full disclosure, this might be considered cheating since they only tell you about layered armour once you reach high rank, but even still, don't worry about crafting layered armour while you're still low rank. Layered armour is essentially transmogging armour, giving you the aesthetic of a specific set of armour without being tied to its stats. In Monster Hunter Wilds, every set of high-rank armour that you craft doubles as layered armour, so you can toggle how you look while having the stats you actually want. Equipment appearances can be changed in your tent. Crouching can stop bleeding. Don't ask me how, but it does. Rolling can also significantly reduce the duration of several status ailments. In the top left-hand corner above your health, you'll be able to see the time left of the debuff drop, and the status will completely fade out once you've dealt with it. Look under Fundamentals in your tip list for more specific pointers about how to reduce these statuses. Getting knocked to the ground can be a pain, as not only is it humiliating, but you'll also be unable to defend against any attacks. As long as you're not stunned or paralysed, you can call for your Seikret while still prone, and they'll come to your rescue, allowing you to heal from afar before re-engaging. Mount monsters by hitting them while you're airborne, but how do you do that when there's no jump button? Many weapons have specific abilities that let you get airborne, such as the sword and shield's backstep charged attack. But if you don't have those weapons equipped, the answer is to throw yourself off a ledge, or to jump off your Seikret. Once you're suspended in midair, pressing triangle does a standard attack, or you can do a special air attack by pressing triangle and circle together while riding your Seikret. You can also run or sprint up flat walls, then press triangle to do a special falling attack. Keep an eye on the top right for options you have while wall running or airborne. There's more to mounting than in other Monster Hunter games. If you stay on a monster's head, they'll try to knock you off, often by running full tilt into something nearby. Now, you can't make them turn around or control where they run, but monsters will head towards the nearest surface. Use this to crash them into walls or thorns. Keep an eye on your stamina and hold the right trigger when they're trying to throw you off, which you can tell they're trying to do because this circle will be pulsing red. While you're riding on your Seikret, grab anything within reach by aiming your slinger with the left trigger and pressing this button. You'll instantly equip slinger ammo if you target something, but you'll also grab any resources like herbs, honey, or various mushrooms. Interactable traps also show up here, so you can tell one is close without having to scan the environment first. If you see a material pop up on your left but don't see it, hold L2 and press up or down on the D-pad to select it, then gather it with your hook slinger. When you get carted, i.e. knocked out cold, make the most of your time back at camp to resupply your materials or change out weapons or gear if you need to. Even just stepping foot inside the tent will always automatically sharpen any equipped weapons. Monster Hunter Wilds sees the return of the Affinity stat, which behaves differently to critical chance in other video games. A positive affinity is your chance to perform a critical hit on an enemy, while a negative affinity is your chance to perform a weaker hit on your enemy that does less damage than your weapon's damage. This is why many weapons with negative affinities have higher overall damage numbers than other weapons of the same rarity. Basically, those negative affinity weapons may have a higher overall attack, but take into account that some of your hits will be duds. No need to wait around for fast travel to open up. Even though Monster Hunter Wilds tells you this eventually, fast travel is available immediately. Open up your map and press right on the D-pad to select a fast travel list. This shows you every place you can fast travel to on your map. Get those pop-up camps in place as soon as possible because they will often be closer to the location you want to get to than your base camp. Don't sleep on the map filters in Monster Hunter Wilds. They are invaluable when you're trying to find specific resources. Open the map, press right on the D-pad, and there you can filter all of the icons by category. You can even set waypoints so your Seikret will run to them automatically, and scrolling left or right on a particular item or creature will show you all its locations on the map. These bits are fiddly and can be a bit dull, but will save you a ton of time.
What do you think we'll find?
Press the button for the sub-menu on the pause screen and you can sort your tabs. This allows you to keep said tabs in the order you want, toggle them on and off, and choose what widgets you want on screen. Make sure to go to Edit tabs, go to the Star tab for favourites, and then edit your favourites to create your own pause screen with everything on it that you could possibly need. This may include things like your item pouch, signal ping, and large monster guide. Hint hint. Wilds never tells you when or how you can customize your Seikret. After completing the main mission, A Hunter's Pride, go to Kunafa Village. There's a little secret icon on the map to show you where to go to talk to Nona, which will then unlock the ability to edit your Seikret's appearance. You can change how it looks in the village and also in the appearance menu in your tent. Video games often have optional objectives that feel like you're missing out if you don't do them. In Monster Hunter Wilds, though, it's better to think of optional objectives as extra tutorials or bonus content. Ticking off these optional objectives won't give you anything extra, but it's perfect for lore fiends. You'll learn some new stuff about either hunting or about your NPC buddies. You can customize your stickers in Monster Hunter Wilds. In the communication section of the menu, scroll to your stickers and press triangle to open up the sub-menu to customize the sticker text. You can customize a lot of the communication in Monster Hunter Wilds and also customize your radial menu with your favorite shortcuts, stickers, gestures, and poses to make multiplayer just that little bit more efficient. When you need a break from being pummeled by monsters, engage in some busy work and customize your hunter profile. In the info tab, choose your hunter profile, then tab to the left to edit your post, background, title, and widgets. To edit your title, choose Edit Top Page Widgets, click on your title with X, then press triangle to edit it. Play more Monster Hunter Wilds, and as you go, you'll unlock more titles, poses, and backgrounds.
In mind?
Press Y when you're forging armour at the Smithy to open the sub-menu, then toggle comparison to directly compare your current armour to the prospective equipment piece. At the Smithy, you can also press R1 to go to the equipment menu, where you can change and customise your equipment without needing to return to your tent.
Mind if I hop on?
Question marks on the map are special items and are comparable to account items in Monster Hunter World, as they grant points to use in various ways. They have another purpose too, trading. Give things like shiny treasures to NPCs to get special meal ingredients in return. Later on in the game, special items are also used to trade for special materials to unlock new armour, so it's always a good idea to gather those question marks up whenever you see them. Monsters don't drop crafting materials or wyvern tears like they used to, but they'll still drop useful things on occasion. Special slinger pods like heavy blunt pods and heavy slicing pods. These pods can stun a monster with a single blow and deal a surprising amount of damage, so make sure to pick them up and make use of them. You'll want to be in a link party if you want to play through the story of Monster Hunter Wilds with friends. Link parties are the only way automatic invites are sent to everyone in a party, making playing with others much more streamlined. Okay, this is a very slight spoiler for the way Monster Hunter Wilds works. The campaign kind of works like an extended tutorial. Many of Wilds' systems don't need to be engaged with until the credits roll, after which you are let loose in the world. Don't worry too much about armor and weapon skills until you get to that point in the game, unless you're really struggling. Once the credits roll, almost all of your equipment will be immediately replaced by something better. And there we go, those are 28 things Monster Hunter Wilds doesn't tell you. Let me know if you stumble upon anything else that fellow hunters might find useful. If this video told you something useful, hopefully it did, chuck it a like and subscribe to Eurogamer for videos about video games almost every single day. Now, I'm going to go and continue to gawk at these incredible monster designs, so I'll see you folks next time.